Greetings to you all. I welcome you to this wonderful platform where we are going to look at English as a subject and composition as a topic. So this is composition writing for today's lesson. Yes, actually I've placed these points on the chalkboard. So I'm going to run you through so that you can know the rules on how you can answer a composition question in an examination. Okay, so as you may be aware, in an examination, the way it is set, we have actually two different composition. We have the freestyle composition and the situational composition. Freestyle composition, this is a type of composition where you are given options. You'll be given about 3 questions or 4. Then you as a learner, you'll be there now to do what? To choose one out of 4 or 3 questions. Then when you choose that one, it's the one that you are going to write on and paraphrase it, not until you come up with the answer according to the way the question is. Now for situational composition, this is a type of composition where you are not have any power to choose. Why? Because they only give one question. And yours is just to answer it. Whether you like it or not, you have to answer. Once you leave it, it means you are going to score a 0. Okay, and a free style composition, that one is found in paper 1, section A. Then section B, paper 1, that is where you are going to find the situational composition, where you are supposed to choose. For freestyle composition, there are even questions where is asked in a general way. Okay? What do I mean? When you are answering, you even be using your ideas. For example, maybe they ask you to say, can you write about what once happened in your life? That is the freestyle type of composition. Now for this one, the good examples of situational composition, we have report writing, speech writing, we have article. There are a lot of them. Formal letter, those are examples of situational composition. There, you don't need to choose. So this is what I want first of all to learn you through so that you know the format, what you are required of doing for you to handle this type of composition nicely. So today's lesson, we are going to look at the speech writing. It is one of the situational composition. First of all, before we go, or rather we proceed, I would like you to know what a speech composition is. What is a speech? What is a speech? So as it is indicated here, a speech is actually a piece of writing or information on a given topic. A piece of writing or information on a given topic. So a speech is anything spoken for the audience to listen. That is a speech. Okay. So now, the word speech comes from the word speak. And speech is a noun of this action. Okay? So the word speech comes from the word what? Speak. And the speech is the noun of speak. Okay? Yes. So now from there, let us look at the types of speech. So we have 2 major speeches. One, formal speech and the informal speech. So to start with formal speech, these are speeches made on occasions such as gatherings, rallies. We have listed them here. Prize giving day, a conference, and all other official gatherings. So that speech that is given during any official gathering is called the formal speech. So now, what are some of the things or items that you must know or you should put into consideration for you to write a proper speech? So let us look at the factors. Factors to consider when writing a speech. One, type of audience. So the first one is the type of audience. So you, as an individual who is presenting that particular speech or writing, you should first consider the type of audience that you have. So decide on whether speeches is intended for adults, children, diplomats, or for journalists, businessmen and women, or sophisticated class of people, e.g., lawyers, doctors, and politicians. So you have to put that into consideration. Okay? So now, after putting that into consideration, if your speech is actually talking about adults, then you are going to stick to that. Yes, that is the best way to go. For you not to start writing about something which is different from the information that you are given, because they always give information. Okay? Then from there, number two, you now the purpose of the speech. Now you are going to look at the purpose of the speech. Before you even start writing, those are some of the things you should put into consideration. They are very important aspects. So now the purpose of the speech. Decide on whether the speech is to inform, to persuade, to entertain, to appease, to incite, or to reprimand. So you have to identify that. Is the purpose of this speech to persuade or to entertain or to reprimand? So once you get that one, then you'll be able to write a proper speech. Then apart from that, again, you look at the subject matter, the topic itself, the topic of that particular speech. You look at it, okay? Ascertain whether the topic is familiar to the audience or not, and determine how much information to give and hold back. So when you look at the topics now, it will tell you some of the things that you are supposed to put in that particular speech, some of the things that you are supposed to hold back, and some of the things that you have to put. For you to know that, first of all, you need to ascertain the topic of the particular, to be sure of the topic of the particular speech. That is when you'll be able to do that. Then apart from that, you should also now look at the preparation of speech. How are you going to prepare? After putting those three into consideration, they are very important aspects, as I said earlier. So then you go now to preparation of the speech. How can you prepare now? Gather all necessary ideas and information on the topic given. You are given the topic and the information is there in point form. Now you are going to gather. You have to gather them now. Okay? Arrange the material, those ideas, in appropriate order, and then plan the form of presentation. So now, when you gather those information, because the way they give the information on the examination, they always jumbled, okay? They don't put them in order. What they want is you now to think, or now you are going to rearrange those. So first of all, you have to gather that information and rearrange them in a order where they are supposed to go, or rather to move. Okay, after doing that now, you come to opening now. You open the speech. You start. Opening. Opening should be original and interesting enough to make people want to hear, okay, to hear what you should have to say. So now, here they are saying, when you are writing a speech, on the first sentences that you are making there, make sure that those sentences sounds original and very much interesting. in a way that they'll be able now to do what? To make the audience or the readers, in that case, if I'm the one marking your paper, the moment I just see the way you have opened your speech, then I am going to have that interest to say, let me see what this particular person has written. Now, if your opening is not so interesting that I'm even attracted to hear more, it means you are going to lose a lot of marks. So the best way you have to do is actually to make sure that your opening is positive. Okay? Is positive. Apart from giving aim and outline of talk, ask questions, tell stories, use quotation within the speech. Okay, so now let us quickly go to how you can close the speech. Then thereafter, we are going to see the format of the speech. Then after the format, we are now going to give the sample of the speech. Okay, I am going to send that one on this same forum so that you'll be able to see and to go through. Yes. Remember, this part carries 20 marks. 20 marks. These are a lot of marks. So you have to make sure that you get all the marks. Or if not, at least 15 out of 20. Then you are home and dry. And the other part of this type of composition is that once you fail to give the correct format, it means you are going to lose all the marks. So you need to be very, very careful. This is where most learners loses marks. It's because of the same. So you have to make sure that the format is followed accurately, the way it is supposed to be. Let's go to how you can close a speech. Okay, so here is how you can close the speech. You should finish positively. The standard approach is summary. Give audience chance to participate by inviting them to comment if necessary. Okay, so as you are finishing the speech, it should be in a positive way. Okay, then from there now, let us look at the format of the speech. So the first thing on the format is title. Okay, title, that is the first one. Then the title should have the following items. A, we have the giver of the speech. You as the person who is giving that speech or who is writing. Then B, the occasion when the speech is delivered. You should indicate the occasion there. Okay? Then C, the venue should also be included. Then the date. So all these should be on the title. Then second, you go to salutation. On salutation, here you greet the people present in order of importance, the I like. Okay? You first of all start with the most important person. Then from there, you go to the next one, just like that. If it is in a school, you start with the head, deputy, teachers, vice, head boy, prefects, and all the pupils present. Okay? These are some of the formats, steps that you are supposed to do what? To follow. Then from there, you come to appreciation. So on appreciation, we are saying this comes after the salutation and can be written in the same paragraph as salutation. So appreciation doesn't matter. Just after salutation, then you can even put the appreciation there. Okay? You can still write this one in the same paragraph of the salutation. Then we come to main body. This is the speech. This is where all your points are developed. Now, those points that you've gathered, those that you have gathered in order, now you are going to develop them during the main body. That is where now the real speech now. This is the one. Then from there, you conclude. On conclusion, end with a statement that restates the purpose and follow the order of salutations. So you have to follow that order of salutation. It's like now you restate all what you have spoken about in the conclusion. You restate them. You thank the audience for paying a particular attention. Then you end there. So this is how speech must be written. Now, what has just remained is I am going to send you the format, and I'll also send you these notes, these points that I've actually come up with. I'll send them in this same class so that you'll be able to go through, and also the format. Please, can you stick to these points? You know, English is about rules. You just have to follow the rules. Otherwise, English is very, very simple. I can promise you, if you follow this instruction that I've given you, you are going to get a distinction in English. Thank you so very much for your attention.